Power is exhibited when you are being straight in communication. The distinction of power is not one of having power over others, or places and things for that matter. It is having the power of manifestation. Whatever you declare, is done. To be straight in communication, exhibits power, with the driving force of our integrity. I am in the power of the all, and all power is vested within me. To exercise power is to display freedom of being and freedom of speech. It is to be able to express yourself truthfully without concerns that others may misunderstand or not appreciate you. Their interpretation of whom and what you are is none of your business, it's their business. How others perceive you is actually a reflection of themselves. True power is having the nerve to be exactly who you are essentially without compromise. Realizing the distinction of power will raise your awareness of how you project yourself into the world. The way we experience the world is fundamentally based on what we subconsciously project into it. A projection is a presentation of images. The eyes do not actually see images, the visual cortex within brain does. But what we perceive through the lens of the eyes is but a reflection of light waves we send out, or project. The way we experience the world is also based on the fundamental energies we subconsciously emit or transmit. I am the projection of unconditional love, beauty, magnificence and splendor. I therefore experience my world as such. Your exercise is to practice the principle of projection. By way of conscious observation of your thoughts and emotions, you become present to a higher awareness. From this space, you can consciously project love, affinity, appreciation, gratitude, or grace, etc. You can do this within any given circumstance. By design then, you can magnetically create any desired type of attraction, simply by way of what you project. You magnetically attract whatever you mentally focus on. The principle of attraction works hand in hand with projection. Simply, we attract whatever we project. Many people speak of finding the perfect partner, but fail to see the benefits of becoming the perfect partner themselves. Therefore, if we focus on the type of partners we do not want, this is exactly what we will get. This is because the subconscious mind is not receptive to positive or negative desires. It simply proceeds to manifest whatever we focus on. Unlike the conventional and Norse poles of magnetic attraction, like minds attract. I am that which I attract, therefore I am exactly how I experience the universe. Whatever you choose to manifest in your life, whether it is a type of person, a type of place or thing, you must, in the present now, mentally create the desired outcome of how things would be for you. This sets up a chemical reaction between the limbic and the hypothalamus regions of the brain, therefore producing specific neurohormones. This in turn correspondingly sets up your being in a synergistic magnetic manner to actually attract your desire to you. However, the way you feel about your circumstances, whether it is desirable or undesirable, is actually a reflection of your inner being. That which is significantly observed, is but a reflection of energy projected by the observer. The distinction of reflection demonstrates that the things that significantly stand out in our observation of our environment, is a throwback of subconscious thoughts or energies that we send out. The question is, why do only certain things become significant, while an infinitum of others go unnoticed in our perception? I am a reflection of the all, and the reflections of the all are of me. This exercise is ongoing. It is to constantly get present to your circumstances. Whenever you have an experience of the outside world, turn inward and become present to the experience. Here, you will find great revelations. I.e., your experience that your house is messy is possibly a reflection of a messy aspect of yourself. Or, your experience that it is a beautiful and sunny day today is possibly a reflection of a bright and radiant aspect of yourself. If you are having trouble understanding how you are reflecting some of the significant things that show up in your perception of your environment, then make a request to your higher self to help you understand. If you want help, by spiritual law you must request it. This principle works both ways. If you desire to help someone, you must first request permission to help him or her. It would be considered bad spiritual practice to walk into your neighbor's house and start painting their walls, just because you are a decorator by trade or profession. By spiritual law, as soon as a man is ready to ask for help, he is ready to receive it. He is ready to accept the wisdom that goes with it. The angelic ones will align themselves to assist him with his request. I am ready to request help from the universe, and the angelic ones are standing by to assist me. In the spiritual realm, the beings of higher light would not even consider jumping into and interfering with your life. Of course, they would save you from a fatal accident if that is not your karma. The angelic ones are therefore patient. They will stand by and watch you make a mess of your life, since this is how you learn your lessons. However, if you request their help, with humbleness and sincerity, they will respond. Before making a request, whether it's a divine one or from another person, you must be prepared to learn the lessons that come with the help. If not, you inhibit the flow of life. Right knowledge, right wisdom and right intention will create a consistent flow of creative energy. Everything in the universe flows, everything moves. Nothing stands still. It is therefore not good spiritual practice to hoard things, because nothing new would be able to come into your space. So, does your creativity flow or is it blocked? Similarly, if a person holds on to old emotions, he or she will inhibit fresh and happier experiences to flow into his or her life. As soon as we throw away old thoughts and habits, the energy of flow will ensure something take their space. I am in the flows of the universe, and all universal flowings are within me. Nature does not allow a vacuum, so something always moves into an empty space. Your task is to ensure it is something better. As soon as you give up the old belief systems that run your life, you open the mental gates for something new to flood in. Therefore, if there is an old belief that is cluttering your life, clear it out. Write it down on a piece of paper and then bum it. Then, create new possibilities. You open up to abundance when you balance the outflow with the inflow. Abundance is your birthright. You are born with unlimited potential ways of receiving it. Abundance is inevitable when we have a constant flow of love, peace and joy, vitality, health and strength and right knowledge, right wisdom, and right intention. It is a divine wish for us to flow with abundance. The distinction of oneness affirms this. But it is up to us to remove the belief systems, which inhibits our flow of abundance. I am forever flowing with abundance. I flow with the higher qualities of the all, and of life. The principle of abundance is very simple. If you want more friendships in your life, be friendly to others. Unearth the thoughts of suspicion, boredom or victimization that have blocked your flow of abundance. Practice smiling. The memories of the past that create hurt are an illusion of the mind. They do not exist in the present now. The principles of flow and abundance are coupled with the principles of prosperity. The key to ongoing prosperity is to realize your intimate connection with all that is. This distinction makes clear that whether we can conceptualize it or not, we are intimately connected to all. Therefore, the things that we desire or prosper for in our life, we already have by default. It is down to us, however, to prove this distinction to ourselves by aligning with the all, therefore aligning with all persons, places and things. I am prosperous as a part of the all, and will therefore fail as an individual. The most spiritual thing about money is to have lots of it and use it wisely, with love. It is not spiritual, however, to keep worrying about money. Do not hoard money in the bank. You will be telling the universe to slow down or stop the flow of it coming in. You have to develop ways of allowing it to flow. Prosperity means having a sense of financial intelligence and well-being. So, visualize yourself as one with financial prosperity, and observe the way you feel about it. Financial prosperity can be achieved by anyone. Once you have a clear intention of what you want, you will receive it. Clarity is therefore imperative. When you are totally clear about what you want, others pick up the message and respond accordingly. Lack of clarity ties up creative energy and keeps us in confusion. Clarity frees us to move toward our goals and therefore opens doors. Clarity can be developed through objective meditation, which is, to learn to focus with clarity by way of objective focus. Lack of mental clarity is like trying to find your way to your destination whilst walking through thick fog. Sometimes you may have to exercise patience and wait until the sun clears the fog. You are then able to see where you are and where you need to go next. I am the manifestation of clarity, therefore, my visions and goals are as clear as they are to be manifested. The moment you make clear choices, a light of energy radiates throughout your being. The angelic forces of the universe see this light and thus align behind you to manifest your vision. This is also true with people in your environment, your family, friends and associates, etc. Truthfulness, honesty, genuineness and integrity are all qualities of clarity. Other people pick up on this and respond to you because they trust you. In short, clear thoughts and intentions draw from the universe that which you require in your life. A clear intention is like an arrow in flight, so be careful what you intend and how you aim. Intention is the #1 driving force for all our heart's desires. As above, so below. The mind of the all, the universal mind, shares its power with each and every one of us. Whatever the universal mind intends manifests. We individually have that same potential. Whatever we clearly intend, also manifests. There can be no doubt in our intentions, we will sabotage the intended outcome. So our affirmations must be 100% doubtless. I am one with the intentions of the universal mind, and the intentions of the universal mind are with me. If you want to go swimming, you can be deterred. If you intend to go swimming, you will overcome all obstacles in order to fulfill your intention. Similarly, the person who intends to get married is more likely to do so than the person who just hopes to get married one day. Intention creates tension, like an archer who pulls his bow back and holds it in tension. He then releases the arrow, aimed at his target with great force. Whatever your aims are in life, the universe will back your intention with great force. This is regardless of the intended polarity of your outcome, positive or negative. Everything in nature is dual in polarity. Everything has its pair of opposites. All truths are therefore only half-truths. Our 3D world is based on polarity consciousness. Every manifested person, place, thing or circumstance has two extreme possibilities. The extremes meet. They may seem different in polarity, but are actually the same. They only differ in degree or vibration. The extremes of water, for instance, can be experienced as ice or steam, which are the same phenomenon, only different in vibration, degrees of temperature. I am, the acknowledgement of polarity consciousness. I am now, the possibility of unity consciousness. Your exercise here is to acknowledge your perception of your current reality as being that of polarity or duality tendency. Inside your acknowledgement, you must create the possibility of unity consciousness, oneness. Your acknowledgement is to allow things to be exactly as they are without judgment. You are to observe your thoughts and feelings about your environment and your experiences. If you identify with the mind and ego, as to whether something is good or bad, agreeable or disagreeable, you will have to deal with the consequence of karma that comes with that identification. To acknowledge polarity without judgment is to create balance in your life. Mental balance is the presence of oneness. It is to live in a world void of polarity and dualization. We live in a world of pendulum-type swings, like a child on a swing, who moves up and down, to and fro, in an ever-increasing arc to the topmost possible extremes. Eventually, the child assumes balance and stability once the desired level of experience has been attained. Life is exactly the same. We experience one aspect of life and then its opposite. By experiencing the two extremes of a situation, particularly if done in one lifetime, we obtain balance. I am mentally balanced, I am present, I am therefore one with the supreme balancement of the universal mind. Your aim is to balance all aspects of your life, thus bringing you into oneness with the universal mind of the all. If you are extremely generous, you will eventually swing to become mean and withholding. Your task then, is to be centered about money, or value. Masculine energy is doing, thinking, logical and aggressive, while the feminine counterpart is being, caring, intuitive, and passive. Your aim here is to balance these internally so that you can listen to your intuition and act on it. You are always seeking balance, subconsciously. When you find it, the lesson is learnt for all time. Balancement gives you a sense of responsibility. Responsibility is being the cause of the events of your life. It is to be proactive and not reactive. Responsibility begins with the willingness to be the cause in the matters of our life. It must be founded with integrity. Responsibility is not burden, fault, praise, blame, credit, shame or guilt. In responsibility, there is no good or bad, right or wrong, etc. There is only what is, and our stand for what is. Being responsible starts with the willingness to deal with a situation from the view of life that suggests you are the generator of what you choose to do, what you have, and who you are. Responsibility is therefore a grace you give yourself. I am responsible for all the comings and goings of my life situation. I am present to them. Thus, I am present to my true life. Responsibility is response and ability, having the ability to respond appropriately to your life situation. The affirmation is to differentiate the difference between our life situation and our true life. Many of you confuse your life situation to be your actual life. Your ongoing task is to take full responsibility for your life situation, in the world of time and circumstance, and, at the same time, become present to your true life, which is in the present now. Responsibility is godly. You connect to God when you take full responsibility. You therefore live in constant prayer. The art of prayer is to speak intimately to the divine, within. Prayer is to communicate with our Maker, God. He listens to us all the time. However, every thought sent out and every word spoken is also a prayer, whether we realize this or not. So be careful of your intentions. Worry is negative prayer. What we focus on in life will continually manifest. But conscious prayer is very important, particularly in how we do it. God always answers our prayers, but more often than not, the answer is no. Why is this? Also, we only seem to notice and respond back to God when the answer is yes. Again, why is this? We must learn the true significance and power of prayer. I am one with God, I am one with the universe and the all, therefore, I am constantly at prayer. This ongoing exercise is to establish constant prayer. That is, to become consistently self-aware. Always remember that every thought sent out and every word spoken are prayers. Positive prayer raises awareness. Negative prayer is spiritual death. Either way, you are responsible. When you take full responsibility for your life, you constantly live in conscious prayer, and indeed meditation. The art of true meditation is to listen to the divine, within. Hearing is a physiological exercise, whereas listening is a psycho-spiritual exercise. It is much more powerful to listen than to just hear. When we listen, we experience a sense of oneness with the speaker, the one who is sharing him or herself. Hearing is logical, but listening is emotional. We intimately connect with the speaker when we aspire to listen. When listening to the divine, however, we unite the left and right hemispheres of the brain, and enter into a presence of self-awareness, only. This is the doorway to true meditation. In meditation, we experience a sense of oneness with the universe, and with God. I am one with the superconscious. I live in this awareness, thus I am one with all divine revelations. Meditation cannot be forced or caused. It happens when you are truthfully ready to enter the divine presence of self-awareness. You can prepare for meditation by focusing on the inhaling and exhaling of the breath, breathing deeply as you count each inhale and exhale. Your task is to eventually clear the mind of all thoughts, maintaining consciousness of consciousness itself, nothing else. During the exercise, you may lose focus and enter streams of thoughts. If this occurs, stop and start the counts from 1 again. In the process, listen to the powerful silence of the universe. Listen to the voice of the all. Affirmations help us to prepare for meditation. An affirmation is a constantly repeated word or phrase, which becomes anchored within the subconscious mind. We subconsciously affirm all the time. We do this by way of our thoughts, and in most cases are completely unaware of the effects. These affirmations may be positive or negative, wholesome or unwholesome. The subconscious mind is receptive to all affirmed thoughts without prejudice. These thoughts have a profound effect on our life. They affect how we think, feel, and therefore act. An intended affirmation is a conscious way of programming the mind to help us reach a certain state of consciousness, or to manifest a particular quality or characteristic. I am affirmed with the intentions of the all, and all intended affirmations are with me. You must constantly remember your affirmations. They take us a notch higher than the power of prayer. In prayer we communicate with the divine, like in our request for assistance. However, when you make an affirmation, you are taking full responsibility for manifesting that which you desire to have. This is true power. You repeat your affirmations over and over until they become a part of your neurological programming. You destroy old belief systems and declare newer, more productive ones. When you make powerful affirmations, the angelic ones align with you and you with them. You elevate toward them, thus you enter the realm of the decree makers. When you make a decree, the universe immediately moves to fulfill your command. There are 3 steps toward manifesting true power. Just as there are 3 levels of intelligence: logical, emotional, and spiritual. The first step toward manifesting power is the power of prayer, followed by our affirmations, and then we reach the level of the decree makers. Prayers and affirmations are repeated. You make a decree only once, and it is done. At the level of making a decree, you are whole and complete in your self-enlightenment. You are one with the universe. Whatever you command will be done. I am filled with divine light and creative energy. I am in complete authority of my wills and commands. I am one with God. Integrity is of topmost importance here. In fact, all distinctions must be rooted within the psyche. You are the generator of your circumstances. You are completely responsible. You are one with the angelic forces of God. You work in conjunction with them. You therefore become that which man in his lower awareness calls on when he prays or make affirmations. Your task is to practice manifesting your heart's desires using the affirmations until such time that you only need to recite them once. You will know then that you are making decrees. You also become one with the healing forces of the universe. Effective healing is achieved when you have a constant flow of high-frequency energy through the body. There are many types of healing methods, such as Reiki healing, crystal healing, and magnetic healing. In general, healing takes place because higher light frequencies transmute the lower vibrations of ill health. Therefore, the light of the healer must be significantly higher than that of the recipient of the healing. The healer does not actually do the healing, he or she simply become a channel for the healing energy to flow directly to the recipient. The healer's objectives are to unblock stuck chakra energy and allow the love vibration to flow freely. I am one with the love vibration of the universe. I am therefore a vessel for healing. Before you commence healing, you must request permission from the client, as well as from the angelic ones. And be sure that your light frequency is significantly higher than the client. Ground yourself and your client, attune to him or her. Once you become aware of the flow of energy, detach and allow love to do its work. If you do not detach, you may either block the flow, or you may become a burden for the client's illness. Healing ought to also begin and end with a prayer or affirmation, or a supplication, to the angelic forces. Each time you are successful as a channel for healing, you increase your own purification.